Um, Not only do I want to share a message about Rotary with you, but today, I have the honor of installing your brand new member. So that's kind of neat. What I'd like to do is already actually start my talk because part of my talk is all about a new member. And so I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the responsibility that we all bear with a new member and the responsibilities actually for that new member. Um, Help me again with the name Maria? No, no, Mara. Marcy? Marthe. Thank you. Okay, I'm terrible on names. Anyway, I might need a little more coaching with that as the talk goes on. Marthe. Um, Any case, Marthe, what I'd like to talk to you about is Rotary International. I'd like to remind the group and then introduce Marthe to some of our fun facts. 1.2 million Rotarians. Do you know that we've grown by 100,000 over the last 4 years? Incredible. At a time when most nonprofits, most community service groups, a lot of our churches, all dwindling down. Everybody with less and less time for special things like Rotary or community service. Kind of a sad commentary on the world right now that we don't take time to make a difference for those in need. But in any case, Rotary is growing, and that's kind of neat. Why? Maybe it's that we have $1 billion in the bank, 100-year history, great success of actually making a difference, taking somebody's donated dollar through our business model, putting in the bank, using that money to run Rotary cheaper than most groups, just about the cheapest, so that we can take your donated dollar and actually make a difference. Maybe that's one reason. Maybe it's that we're in 200 countries. Maybe it's because we enjoy the reputation that invites somebody like Bill Gates wants to donate money to polio campaign. Could have done that through a couple different governments. You know, governments are part of polio eradication. Could have done that through the NGOs that are right out of the United Nations. But no, he picked Rotary. Why did he pick Rotary? Because 1.2 million Rotarians are boots on the ground, making a difference, and trying to eradicate polio throughout the world. So he gives us $450 million. Is that incredible? It speaks volumes to how well Rotary is doing, but how great an organization that we're inviting Marthe into today. 1.2 million, 200 countries, $1 billion in the bank. Some other great things about Rotary. We're recognized as a leader in training. Do you know that? And it's not just, how many people have gone to RILA? I'm sorry, RLI. Yep, I know that Andy's a big participant there. RLI is wonderful training that's offered to any Rotarian, and our district will even let you go the very first time for free. And if you wish to go on and take the second part, the third part, even a graduate, it's a 2-for-1 sale. Why do we put such an emphasis in that? Is that our district believes in training, recognizes that training creates leaders, recognizes that leadership is what makes a club good and strong. So we put our dollars there. Rotary puts its dollars there. Rotary creates leadership training that's not just about teaching about Rotary, but it's about teaching you about people skills, presentation, how to inspire, how to motivate, how to even identify then those in need in your community and trying to make a difference. So I think that's another really good, strong reason why Rotary is recognized as a leader, but more importantly, in the last couple of years, has enjoyed a growth instead of a decline. So here we are, first-class organization that we're inviting Marthe into today. That comes still with some responsibilities. And I forget your, okay, you don't have to come up, but I want to talk to the sponsor first. I want to thank the sponsor on behalf of the district. I want to thank the sponsor on behalf of your club. She's brought you a new member. That's pretty neat. Comes with some responsibility though. She's she's gonna miss she's gonna miss a meeting in the next couple of months. Hopefully you will still help her maybe make up, very first make up. We're part of 52 clubs in our area. We meet every single day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day of the week. And there's plenty of opportunity for you to not only meet this club, then maybe meet some of the other 52 and the 1,250 Rotarians that are in our district. Kind of neat. So I hope that you'll do that. I hope you'll help introduce her to the club. I hope you will bring out her strengths to the president's attention, and that the president will then connect her to a committee. I think that we all have to remember something about Rotary. The power of Rotary comes from where? Rotarian. We're flipped upside down in comparison to many organizations. This might even go to one of our strengths again, one of the reasons that we grow. Rotary comes from the Rotarian. The Rotarian decides how he's going to participate with his club or her club, the district, and even Rotary International. They define their service above self. Rotary is just a vehicle to help you reach into the community and then make a difference. So that I hope that you'll help her connect up with the club. I hope you'll introduce her. Responsibility for the whole club, what is it? That you get to know your new member. You make her feel welcome, but you make sure that she connects. One of the things that we have to recognize about Rotarians is that we're successful people. I'm sure you're already successful in your career. You might be successful in your personal life. You have a nice balance. You have a nice, you're performing well in society. We need to recognize that that is a successful person that you can connect right away. You can give her a job. You can make her chair of the next fundraiser. She can do that.
And we can also scare her away.
I bet you she could sell. I'll bet you she could sell even more placemats. Huh?
Wait till we sign her up, please.
The point I make is that so many times in Rotary, we baby that first time member. Oh, let's let them slowly get to know the club. Let's get them slowly into a committee. No, let her hit the ground running, get her involved, because that's how Rotarians connect with the club and feel one of our greatest strengths. What is it? Fellowship. Invite her into the fellowship. Invite her into activity. That's a responsibility that every member has. Now, if I can direct my comments to you, know that you were invited here. This isn't like a lot of organizations where you just fill out an app and say, here I am. Instead, you were recognized by a Rotarian that you had the skills, the ability, the commitment, the personal drive to be a Rotarian. So she invited you to be a member here. That comes with some responsibility too. One is that we ask you to strive to be a very good Rotarian. We ask you to live to a 4-way test. Now, can the group help you with a 4-way test? The 4-way test of the things that we think, say, or do. The first is it truth? The second is it fair to all concerned? The third is, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And the fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? This is a test that we ask that you live your life by. And I'm sure in so many ways that you're right in line with that. And we ask that you would ask yourself before you take any action in life, does it pass the 4-way test? There's another important part of Rotary, and it's our object of Rotary, and I'll ask your president to please read that as a reminder to us all of the principles behind Rotary.
Sure. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. And finally, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service.
Thank you. That's the group you just joined. We have a wonderful four-way test. We have wonderful principals. We have great success. We welcome you to Rotary. We encourage you to reach out and offer service above self. So we welcome you to the club. Okay, we got a pin. Come on up. Okay, and maybe you can help with that?
Welcome you to our club, and you will do what we do.